1, 2, 3.
Whitechapel, Whitechapel. I've got that, Bernard. Yeah. I've got Whitechapel.
All right, how much is it?
How much have you got, Cock? Whitechapel. Whitechapel with one house. £20. £20, Bernard.
£20.
Money, money, money. It's a rich man's world.
Come on, throw the dice.
I feel good tonight, Bernard. I think I'm going to win you tonight. Right, hang on, Bernard. That's mine. Don't touch it.
Sorry.
Mayfair.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
How much?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Well, come on, you capitalist pig. How much?
Mayfair with a hotel.
Are you going to tell me how much, Bernard?
2,000 quid.
2,000 quid? Well, that's me out of it, innit?
Well, how much have you got?
That 20 quid you've just given me.
Well, that's 3 on a trot, I've won.
Yeah, it is. Only because you've got the top hat. If I had the top hat, the boot would be on the other foot, wouldn't it?
It's not about who you are, it's not about top hats. It's about property, business acumen, knowing how to wheel and deal.
Oh, aye. And you're a wheeler and dealer, are you, Bernard? You know. I thought so. You've got them dice loaded.
Poor loser, eh, Purvis?
Poor loser? I've been to jail 4 times. You've not even been once. And you never visited me.
Got another game?
Oh, you can stuff it. Hey, that woman with the flat above the laundrette. She's not drawn the curtains again.
Will you get away from there? If she sees you looking, there'll be hell to pay.
By hell, she's a big lasser. If she lay face down in the sand, you know, you could keep goldfishing them imprints. Mr. Patel's locking up again. He's going early, Bernard. It's only 10 to 11. Well, the weathermen were right again. They said it was going to go dark tonight. And it's going to be a cold one, Bernard. Look at that, my breath freezing to the window.
Checking your hands, then.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go in a minute. After I've had one more game.
Oh, good. I'll set the board up.
Can I have the top hat, Bernard?
It won't make any difference.
Oh, it will. Oh, it will. Look at that. There's a bit of class about this little chap, you know. Very old-fashioned style. You could always tell in the olden days the gentleman from the riff-raff. You see, Bernard, the lower class, they used to wear flat caps. The middle class used to wear bowler hats. Oh, but the ones in the top hats. You knew you were looking at a knob.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Good morning, madam. How are the horses? Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear this, madam, but it will do a power of good to your rhubarb.
Do you want to play this game or not?
I'm ready whenever you are, Bernard.
Shake the dice.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Chance. Chance would be a fine thing. Chance. Go to jail. Move directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 quid.
Who's that now?
How the hell should I know? I'm in jail, I'm tapped.
All right, all right.
Well, go on then.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I know what you're like. The minute my back's turned, your hand will be in the bank for hundreds of quids.
Don't be so childish.
Hey, come on. I know what you're like. All right, all right. Don't knock the damn thing down. I'm coming. Hey! Put that back, Purvis.
I'm just straightening him up. I'm just straightening him up. Bernard, if that's the fella from the Salvation Army, tell him I don't want the war cry this week, just a junior soldier. The crossword's too hard in the war cry.
Oh, it's a cold night today. I've known a few cold nights, but tonight must be one of the coldest.
Yeah, what do you want?
Would it be too much to ask for a moment in front of the fire? Oh, it's a cold night out there tonight.
Out,
A very...
out.
No, all I'm asking is just for a 5-minute warm. Just the ends of my fingers. Look, they're turning blue.
How can you tell?
Bernard, let him have a warm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Purvis, a word.
Yeah. You just sit here and rest your feet.
Thank you.
Purvis, a word in the kitchen now.
Be back in a minute.
If you're making tea, I'll have 2 sugars.
What the hell's going on? Oh, I don't want a dirty, filthy tramp in the office.
Blimey, Bernard. Give him 10 minutes, let him get warm. Then he'll be on his way. Is there no charity in your heart, Bernard?
Charity begins at home.
We'll take him round to your house and let him go.
He's probably full of fleas, and you know the office regulations.
What are the regulations, Bernard?
No entertaining guests in the office.
Who's entertaining guests?
That's beside the point.
Bernard, leave him be. Let him get warm, then we'll chuck him out.
Right. Well, it's your responsibility, right? If anything happens, you're to blame.
Any sign of that tea yet?
And he's not having any tea.
Put some sugar and milk in. I'll see to him. You warm it up, then?
Yeah, so there's nothing like a nice bit of electricity to warm you up on a cold night. Could you see it in your way to putting the other bar on?
No problems.
Oh, lovely. Wonderful invention, you know, the electric fire. Keeps you warm as toast on a cold night. You could do toast in front of one of these. Got any bread?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't, actually.
Something when an old soldier can't even get a slice of bread. So much for a country fit for heroes.
Sounds like you, Bernard.
Well, I'm not ashamed to say I fought for this country.
Oh, you were in the war then?
North Africa, Benghazi, Monte Cassino. Oh, thank you very much. All over.
Oh, yeah. I was in the army myself, you know.
Really? Sergeant?
Oh, yes.
Here we go. All our yesterdays, is it?
Malaya, 57.
Hey, Bernard, tell him about the time you were in the jungle and you single-handedly fought off 400 bloodthirsty mosquitoes.
I can recall one particularly sticky situation in the autumn of '43. We was keeping an eye on a German Panzer division. I was up front on reconnaissance when suddenly a tank appears behind me. I drop to the ground, the tracks go down either side of me. I strap on a pack of high explosive to his belly and ba-boom!
What happened?
Did you die?
Did you ever see the film Tobruk?
Yeah.
You remember the part Rock Hudson played?
Yeah.
That was based on me.
So you're American then, are you?
They had to change it for the film.
I was on film, you know. Out in Malaya.
Who played you, Bernard? Dick Bogart?
This silly, I played myself. It was an army film. I was a young soldier, having to return home to tell his wife he'd just got back from Rangoon with a disease.
Oh, I'd love to have heard what Barry Norman said about that. Bernard Cooney in Return of the Poxy Soldier. You never played that at our Odeon.
Those army films were very important to a young man's career overseas, you know. I was just doing my bit.
Yes, well, if the soldiers hadn't kept doing their bit, they wouldn't have had to make the films, wouldn't they?
They've no idea, have they? It's people like us who fought so that long-haired beatniks like him could loll about all day.
Long-haired beatniks? Long-haired beatniks? Listen, Montgomery, I don't loll about. I'm not struggling to make a living, am I?
Hey, just you have some respect for the old soldier.
Old soldier?
No, now, let me explain. You see, I may appear only to be a itinerant obbledy-eye, but for the past 10 years I've been unable to work for legal reasons.
Why were you Nick?
I was most certainly not. I've never been detained at Her Majesty's pleasure.
I'll bet.
Purvis, can't you see this man is a victim of circumstance?
Very perceptive. You see, I was ejected from my family home some years ago and forced to travel the length and breadth of this fair country, awaiting a communication from my solicitors. You see, I am owed a great deal of money, which I may add, I fully expect to be in receipt of in the very near future.
Cobblers.
Purvis! This man wore khaki for king and country.
I'm not bothered if he wore gold army for Liberace. If you're swallowing...
I've no wish to create bad feeling. Perhaps it would be better if I go. I'm sure there's some corner of this cold and frozen land where an old man may lay his weary bones.
Oh, talk about laying it on.
You're not going out there, it's freezing cold.
Well, there's a chill in the air, that's true, but I've no wish to impress myself upon you.
Come on, old soldier. Sit down, have a warm.
Thank you very much.
Come on.
Thank you.
Hang on, no, hang on. That's my chair.
Purvis!
Where am I going to sit?
Purvis! Isn't it time you did your rounds?
I will do my rounds when I'm good and ready, Bernard.
I think it's time you did them now.
I'll do them when I'm ready.
You'll do your rounds now.
Like that, is it, Bernard?
Yeah, if you want it that way.
I don't want it that way, but if you want it that way...
Yeah? Well, if you're going to get like that, yes. That's the way I want it. Right.
Fly young man, isn't he?
You'll be all right when it's cooled down.
Well, he shouldn't take too long out there.
No.
Shall we,
Yes. Top hat?
They are my favourites, thank you.
Oh, it's you.
Are we expecting Bernard Levin?
No, I thought it might have been.
Who? The son of Icariola's Tramp? I'm sorry to disappoint you, Bernard.
Hey, I brought my medal collection in. I thought you'd be interested.
Oh, aye. Bubba Joe. I'm surprised at you, Bernard. I really am. I'm really surprised at you. Fancy taking to a filthy, dirty old man like that.
There's no harm in him. When it comes up for a warm and a game of Monopoly.
That's another thing. I'm never asked to play anymore, am I?
Oh, well, he's good at it.
I'm merely pointing out, ever since Burlington Bertie turned up, I'm not asked to play anymore, am I? Anyway, it's a stupid game.
Since when?
Since always. You can't buy houses in London for 200 quid. What a stupid game that is.
It doesn't aspire to that level of realism, Purvis.
And that's another thing. Stop talking posh.
Do you want another game?
No, I don't.
Hey, you can be top hat.
I don't want to be anything, Bernard. Stupid game. Look at that. Waterworks. Who in the right mind would want to buy a waterworks?
Me and Beryl. We're H2 owners.
H2 owners? Well, that's money down the drain, isn't it?
There's a lot of real life on that board for some of us.
I know what that means, Bernard. That means for some of us who voted a certain way in the last election.
Who did you vote for last time?
That's a very personal question, Bernard. That's like having hemorrhoids. You don't go out and make announcements about it, do you?
I bet I know who you voted for.
You don't.
I bet I can guess.
You can't.
Welsh. Husky voice, am I right?
Yeah. Shirley Bassey.
See what I mean? If your lot were in power now, we wouldn't have what we've got today.
Oh, we wouldn't?
No.
We wouldn't have what we've got today?
No.
We wouldn't have what we've got today, would we not? Inflation, poll tax. There's people out there, Bernard, living in cardboard boxes. You're not bothered about that, are you?
I'm bothered enough about it to invite a bloke up who's down on his luck into this office, right? For a warm and a bite to eat.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about real needy cases.
He's a real needy case like the rest. I'm just doing my bit.
Oh, aye. He's taking you for a ride, Bernard. What were we on about last night? Oh, aye. How we blew up the bridge on the River Kwai.
Oh, somebody did it.
Yeah. He also reckons he was rescued from the beaches of Dunkirk, shot down at the Battle of Britain, blown up at El Alamein, and led the assault on Monte Cassino. You believe me if he told you were collecting the toll on the Bridge of Tarman.
So he got about a bit.
How could he? He reckons he were banged up in Colditz. There's the facts, Bernard. The man's a bloody liar.
He's told us things that he couldn't possibly have known unless he hadn't been there.
How do you know, Bernard? You weren't there either.
Good evening, good evening. Oh, my chair, I believe.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yep.
Will sir be having the beef Wellington? Escallop of veal? Or will sir be having his usual?
I think I might manage a little something.
I bet you bloody will. You're already into us for £2 of sausage, a dozen eggs and a pound of best back. Bernard, how long is this going to go on?
Have I arrived at an inopportune moment?
Oh, no. Your inopportune moment is perfect timing. Bernard has something to say to you. Come on, Bernard.
Purvis, listen.
No, you listen. Either he goes, or I go.
Don't be stupid. You work here.
Yeah, I do. But he lives here, doesn't he?
I seem to have upset your friend. Still, never mind. What about a nice cup of tea? Oh, shall I be top hat?
What about the old boot?
Oh, well, perhaps not.
Does he want an all sorts? Better not. They get stuck to his plate. Would you like one, young man?
Have you got any of them blue ones with the little knobbles on?
I've got a pink one with a licorice centre.
All right, thanks. I'll have it later.
Hey, shouldn't he be out chasing speeders on motorway?
No. I'm not in the police force. I'm precinct security.
I don't expect you were tall enough for the police. I said I don't think he's tall enough for the police. They could put him on a horse. Can you ride an horse?
No, Carriel, I can't ride a horse.
Oh, good evening. I'm sorry, I didn't realise that...
Don't bother me. You haven't so far. Has he thrown you out, then?
Well, nothing I didn't deserve, I'm sorry to say. You see, I think I may have gone a little bit too far with some of my reminiscences. It's the product of a lively imagination.
Yes, well, you want to be very careful, mate, because that can get you in a lot of trouble.
Well, it's been very useful to me in the past in my chosen profession.
What profession?
Well, you wouldn't believe me now, even if I told you.
Well, why don't you try me? What was it? An astronaut? Cabinet minister? Concert pianist?
Well, in a way, all three.
Eh?
Well, until recently, when Lady Luck ceased to bestow her favours upon me, I enjoyed a moderately successful career as a thespian.
You what?
I was an actor.
I knew you weren't in the army. I could see through that.
Oh, but I was.
Oh, aye. Monte Cassino. Arnhem. Catterick.
Ensa.
Oh, Italy. So you didn't build the bridge on the River Kwai, then?
Well, I did. I was an extra in the film.
Were you famous?
Well, no, but I did get to know Sir Harry Guinness so very well.
Did you? What were you like?
Super, complete gentleman, on screen and off.
Do you know anybody else that's like you?
Larry, Dickie, Johnny,
Aye?
Flora, Edith, Judy.
Really?
I knew them all. I went to Hollywood.
What, in America?
Well, of course, then Hollywood was Hollywood. Oh, the glitter, the glamour. Opening nights with Olivia de Havilland and Errol Flynn. Premieres with Bogart and Bacall. Late night parties with Gable and Lombard.
Blimey. And yet you knew all these famous people?
Oh, yes, and more.
Did you know Jeremy Beadle?
Of course, I don't see them anymore. It would be too painful. You see, they have swimming pools, I have puddles in the street. They have penthouse apartments, I have a park bench or a shop doorway. They have blooming careers, well, I have nothing.
You've got to try again.
No, that would be impossible.
No. Nothing is impossible. Nothing's impossible.
But you see, to regenerate my career, I'd have to move back to the capital and meet people, get an agent. Talent isn't enough.
Try again.
I'm afraid I'm stranded in the wrong part of the country. Oh, no, I couldn't accept any more charity.
Come on, you can give me back when you make your next film.
No, I can't.
Oh, well, don't say I didn't offer it.
Well, all right, then. But only on the firm understanding that I pay you back in full.
Yeah.
Licorice all sorts.
Not for me, madam. Thanks to my young friend here, I'm going back to caviar.
Have you been with other people before?
Oh, yes. I once met Alan Ladd, you know.
You did?
Yes, and Roy Rogers.
Cold out?
It's freezing.
Hey, sit down. I'll put the kettle on. And before you say anything, he's gone.
Aye, poor old sod.
Pardon?
Well, he must have had an easy life, because he can't have had an easy life.
No. Suppose you're right. All that army stuff, load of rubbish.
Must have been very difficult for him having tasted the high life, you know.
He told you then?
Yeah, he did. He came in the laundrette, told me the whole story.
I wildered it out of him as well, you know. Poor old sod.
Mind, he's got a second chance now. He ought to take it.
He'd be a fool not to.
Oh, well, that 30 quid I've give him, that'll help him.
Take more than 30 quid to hire a solicitor.
What does he want a solicitor for?
Court case. Obviously a case of mistaken identity.
Mistaken identity? What was?
The incident in Kettering with the mobile fish lady.
What are you on about, Bernard?
I thought he told you. He said as soon as he's cleared his name, he'd let me have back the 50 quid I lent him.
You lent him 50 quid?
Yeah.
He weren't a tramp, him. He was a bloody hypnotist.
Hang on. What did you lend him 30 quid for?
To get back into films.
Films? Films? Well, I suppose we can kiss that 80 quid goodbye, can't we? Well, there's a lesson to be learned there.
Yes, there is, and a very expensive one. I wish I hadn't bought these chips now. If anybody else comes to that door, Bernard, stop being so eager to let him in.
I wasn't the one who let him in. Well, you wanted to let him in.
Well, whoever let him in, don't do it again.
Yeah, you know the most surprising thing about all this, don't you?
What?
I can't help thinking he wasn't such a bad bloke. I mean, we've only got ourselves to blame, haven't we? I mean, we lent him the money. I mean, he didn't nick it.
Yeah. Well, that's made me feel better.
Set the board up, I'll make the tea.
Right. Bernard, he's nicked the Monopoly.
He hasn't. It's on the sofa, beside me medals.